All right. Let me know if you can hear me now. I had to fix the man, my hair is crazy. I had to fix the microphone. I forgot to connect it cuz I was all excited cuz that game just ended and I was like, "Let me start the stream." And then forgot to hook up the mic. Um yeah, did you guys see that? Braves Dodgers game 2 just ended on another wild one. Another wild one. So, we'll see if the Dodgers can come back. I mean, it's best of 7. They got plenty of time to come back. Just checking everything. Sorry. Um, yeah, who's here? Let me know what's going on. I can see the chat. Cool. Crazy end. Just let me know about the audio. Let me know if it's terrible. Uh oh. Uh oh. I swear to goodness, if my internet went down right now, it looks like it should be alright. Internet should be good. Alright, cool. I was gonna talk about my reaction to Giants and Dodgers, right? My reaction to the playoffs in general, my thoughts. Um, you know, a lot going on. I'll just wait a little bit, try to ramble. I'll talk about some contests as well. Don't mind this big zit. I think the the playoffs have me breaking out. Um, yeah, some contests, some giveaways. I'm gonna be doing soon. Let me post that I'm live here now. Want to make sure. Um, Gotta get it tied at home. So is mine just like everything's freezing on my end. I hope I don't know. Everything's freezing on my end. I hope it's not too bad for everyone else. Um, Let me see if I can get this figured out a little bit. See if I can get this figured out. I don't know what's going on with my stream. Man, I'm gonna cut all this out. Okay, so I know it's a Sunday night. Probably not a lot of people watching YouTube right now. Dodgers whoop whoop. I mean, they just got whoop whooped. Real quick whoop whoop there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Why my internet is acting so terrible right now. Um, Truthfully, my internet at my apartment is not the greatest upload speed, anyways, which kind of sucks. Um, I'm turning like everything off right now. Make sure there's nothing connected so that hopefully it gets better. Um, Maybe it's YouTube. I mean, it could be. It's probably my internet. Keep me updated on quality of stream. Having issues with internet, apparently. Um, so, first of all, let's talk about a contest. Um, if you guys remember the 90s experience, did the 90s experience a while back. That was in Oakland. 90s experience had a whole bunch of cool stuff. We're choking. Damn. Dang it. The 90s experience in Oakland had a bunch of cool just 90s set pieces and things like that. It was like a walkthrough attraction, pop-up exhibit type thing, except it seems to be more permanent. So we'll see. Hopefully it lasts. I'm going to be giving away a couple tickets to that, courtesy of my friend Jennifer, who was actually in that episode with me. She got free tickets after that, and she was like, give them away on the channel. So courtesy of her, we're going to be giving away tickets to the 90s experience in Oakland. I should have already given them away, but I just been real busy. I don't talk about my personal life very much on this channel, like maybe 5% of it. But it's just been a hectic time. A lot of good things as well as bad things, like always, like I say with every one of these updates. But I'm working hard to smooth it out so I have more time for the channel. Running smooth, cool. Thoughts on Niners so far? I think it's going to be a long year, man. I think the Rams are a powerhouse. I think the Cardinals are good, but I don't know if I trust them in the long run as much as I do with the Rams. So I just think it's a tough division, and even if we are able to have a decent record at the end of the year, I think it'll be hard to overcome both those teams, unfortunately. And we got hit with the injury bug, of course. So it seems like every year. I mean, this year it hasn't been too many. It's just big pieces. And then cornerback, it's like we still don't have cornerback. It's like really, really irritating. Stream status still says poor. So that sucks. I don't know what else to do. My internet here at my apartment just sucks, unfortunately. I do too. I don't know which part you do too, but I don't have the highest hopes, if that's what you mean. I think it's gonna be a tough year, unfortunately, and my hair is getting wild. I don't know. It sucks too because I'm a season ticket holder now, and I still haven't gone to a game. So that's actually another announcement. Is next giveaway for tickets to Niner games will be soon. I can't remember which game I was gonna give away. Let me see. I'll tell you guys since you guys are locked in now. I'm gonna be going next week, or not? Is it next week? The Colts game. I'm gonna be going to, except I'm kind of worried that they're gonna flex it because we're not doing that great. I don't think the Colts aren't doing too great either, right? They blew someone out today, but other than that, I don't know. But either way, it's a primetime game, so I want to go for the first time this season, first time using my season tickets, and I did want to do an episode. And then I'm going to give away probably, I think, the next game after that, I want to say. Let's see. 49ers schedule. And I will talk about Giants. Mental Dodgers are choking hard. Oh, yeah. Gonna be a long year. Yes, it is. How's the War Room? War Room's good. Who is that? War Room's always good. I think I'm gonna give away the Cardinals game November 7th. I think I'm gonna give away tickets to that. And I might go to the Rams and Niners because that's a Monday night game, so I want to go to that. And then we also have Vikings, Falcons, and Texans, I think, are the last games. So I might give away like 2 of those games. Still undecided. But if you guys are interested in those tickets, make sure you follow our Instagram at Something or Other Tour. I'm gonna give away the tickets through there. It's pretty much the easiest place for me to do it. Run a contest. I like to do the trivia giveaways because then I give it away to people that actually watch the channel and not just people that jump in. Video on Alum Rock Park was dope. Thank you, man. I love that video. It didn't get a lot of play, didn't get a lot of attention, but it was fun. Really cool place, really cool history, Wild West history, which I'm always a big fan of. So I enjoyed it. Also, another announcement. I'm trying to get it done before Halloween, of course, because it would be better. But I went and filmed some forensics dogs at the Union Cemetery. It was pretty cool. So, cool forensics dogs. They're like cadaver dogs at a historic cemetery. So trying to get that video out soon. But for now, let's talk about Giants Dodgers. Okay. So of course I'm biased. Remember that before I get into anything, I'm biased as heck, right? I'll always be biased. That's just how it goes. So I was very upset after that last game. Very upset. And after letting it simmer for a few days, really thinking about it, I really feel like the Giants did not play well. I'm not saying the Dodgers deserve to win. I mean, I'm not saying the Giants deserve to win. They didn't play well. Didn't have timely hitting. Hit the most home runs in the league regular season, then barely had any in the series. Giants messed up a lot. So I'm not saying they deserve to win when I say this. And keep in mind that everything I ever talk about is with nuance and gray area, and it's never absolutes. But I feel like the Giants maybe didn't play well enough to win, but either way, the umpires did not give them a chance to win, if that makes sense. So they didn't allow them the chance at the end. They didn't allow them the chance throughout that game. I think the umpiring was terrible the whole series, but I don't think it was necessarily biased or favorable to either team. I think either team was getting screwed over by the umpiring the whole series. And I hate that. I hate saying that as a Dodgers fan. I mean, now whoa. As a Giants fan, as a Dodgers hater, I don't want to say that. Braves better not pull a typical Atlanta blow. I know. I hope not. Hope they pull this off. I like that Braves team. I don't know how many of you grew up with like watching Braves games on TNT and TBS. So as a kid, I still like the Braves, even though they were in our division. They kept us out of the playoffs when we won 103 games. But I always liked them, and for a long time when I was a kid, Fred McGriff was like my second favorite player. I loved the crime dog. Dodgers better not choke like they always do. Let's hope they do. Proud of the Giants, but they didn't hit when they needed to. Yeah, exactly. The Giants did not play well at all. Well, not at all. The first game, they did pretty good. Man, ignore this zit, man. That series had me breaking out. It's a big ass zit. I'm gonna name it. But yeah, I just feel like the umpires did not give them a chance to win, and I feel like if I was to go far off the deep end, conspiratorial, right? Let's have some fun with it. I hate to think that the league would do something or pull some strings, but it's just crazy how it happened. The whole game wasn't favorable to the Dodgers, like the umpiring, but there was just key moments that were so egregious. And everyone, of course, is talking about the check swing to end the game. Terrible call, of course, but like, it's Scherzer against Wilmer Flores. They were most likely going to win the game anyways. That was just kind of just the cherry on top. Be like, yeah, well, screw you guys. Get out of here. Season's over. I think much bigger issues were the Chris Bryant strikeout. He should have walked, and they called a ball like 6 inches below the strike zone. It was like at his shins. I mean, not at his shins. It was at his ankles, and they called it a strike. There was just really bad, way off the plate balls called as strikes. I think it ruined the Giants hitters' chance of having a quality at bat for the rest of the game. So there was the one, I think it was Brandon Crawford, first pitch strike towards the end of the game, just first pitch strike, and it's just like now he's just fighting it off. And it was way off the plate. And perfect example of how I feel the game went was Buster Posey. I think it was his first or second at bat, where there was just some really bad strike calls, and then he watched one go right down the middle, a changeup that just dropped right in. middle of the strike zone, right? So that was kind of an example of like the umpiring was so bad, not giving us a chance, but then the Giants weren't hitting when we did have the chance. So we might have been able to overcome the bad umpiring if we actually played well, but we didn't. Angel Hernandez, MLB chose him to ump one of the biggest. Yeah, I mean, he's terrible. Angel Hernandez is terrible. Angel Hernandez was terrible to both teams, too. Terrible. Now, I'm not blaming any of this on the Dodgers, but we've seen Lakers Kings 2002, right? And people don't talk about it. We kind of forget about it and water under the bridge, but there was referees like swaying games in the NBA, proven, you know, people have gone to prison for it, and we just kind of forget that it happened. And baseball is such an easy sport to sway because, like I said, you just call one strike way off the plate at the beginning of an at bat, and it changes the whole at bat. It changes their whole approach for the rest of the game. So you don't have to like if you were to fix a football game, you'd probably have to be like, it would be harder because there's less of those super close pivotal moments that you can adjust, right? There's only so many times where someone's foot comes in, you know, inbounds and they call them out of bounds or whatever. It only happens a few times a game, but in baseball it's every pitch. In basketball, there's contact on every play. There's people down in the post on every play, so it's easy to find little places where you can sway the game. So this is my conspiracy hat on, right? I'm not saying this is what I believe or anything. I'm just saying I can't help but think about it because some of those calls were so egregious. And it's clear that Major League Baseball did not want the Giants in it. If you watch any promos throughout the year, the Giants were the best team in baseball, and they would never be in the promos. You know? Like, it would be like Dodgers Padres on the West Coast, Yankees Red Sox on the East Coast, and then they mix in, you know, the Astros, maybe like a Freddie Freeman clip, you know, because he's popular. But other than that, like, they would never show the Giants. They would never talk about the Giants. If you look at MLB on Instagram, literally, it was like pulling teeth for them to post anything related to the Giants. But they were super quick, super happy to post something about the Dodgers. And I get it. Dodgers make more money. You know, they're a major market team. They got Hollywood stars and celebrities supporting them. All that. It makes sense. But I can't help but feel like maybe Major League Baseball purposely, you know, favored the Dodgers. And again, maybe they didn't. I'm open to that. Like I said, I see everything with nuance, but we've seen this before in other sports, so I just wouldn't be surprised. Because just that game, it was so egregious. It was so egregious. And I'm not just some biased cheerleading fan. I'm a very rational fan for the most part. The game I went to and I filmed on this channel, we got whooped. No doubt about it, we got whooped. I think the umpiring sucked, but it sucked for both teams. But we got whooped, right? I can admit it. I just wish we had the chance to lose fair if we were going to lose. And I don't think they gave us a chance to even lose fairly. But at the same time, the Giants were projected to win like 70 games, and we won 107. You know, still came very close to going to the NLCS. I'm super proud of the team. Love the team. Andrew Hernandez should never ump a playoff game, let alone one as big as Giants versus Dodgers. That was rigged, and I love the Shaq Lakers at the time. Yep. I feel like it would be Dodgers Astros if the MLB wanted. Yeah, I mean, it seems like that's what they want, right? Like a rematch of the cheating series. And I like that people were on the Astros for cheating like it was just them. Like, it was a lot of people. Do you really believe Wilmer would have done anything on 0-2 against Matt? No. I said this, maybe you jumped onto the stream late, but no, I said Wilmer they were probably going to win the game. My argument is they didn't allow us the chance to do it. You never know, man. We've seen crazier things in baseball, and that's why baseball is beautiful. That's why baseball is like the most poetic game, because you're never out of it. You never run out of time until you get that last out. And the fact that they just stole that last out from us is just not fair. And as much as I hate the Dodgers and I'm biased, I would have hated to see it go the other way. If it was the exact same situation flipped, I would have been upset. I'm not a biased cheerleading fan. Like, I love Steph Curry, man. I love Steph Curry, right? But every time he did the pump fake and then jump into the defender to get a foul drawn, the thing they just made a new rule against, I hated it. And I was like, don't do that, please. You're too good to do that. I hate it. I'd rather lose a game legit than win on BS, honestly. Yeah, just got here, my bad. That's a tough ending. Yeah, that's like I said. I just feel like they didn't allow us the chance. That's it. I'm not saying the Giants deserve to win at all. Like, they played poorly for most of the series, but they didn't give us a chance. I want the Astros to win because if I can't be happy, no one will. Yeah. Yeah, he would have fanned next pitch. He probably would have. That's what's kind of annoying. Like, the umpire didn't need to do that. And I just feel like it was I just can't say it was a mistake because it was too egregious. With the fact that they were calling these strikes against the Giants way off the plate, but not against the Dodgers. Just that game. The other games were terrible both sides. But that game, it just doesn't make sense. And like I said, if I'm going to be conspiratorial, and I've always been in favor of human umps. I like the human element, but this game kind of swayed me to the other side. Now I'm starting to go towards robot umpires because it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good at all. I think what changed the game was the Chris Bryant at bat when we had a chance to start a rally, and instead we got a strikeout when it should have been a walk. Hate the Astros more than anything. Let's just all root against them. Sir, my fandom will not allow me to make such claims. But yeah, like I said, I just want the chance to lose legit. If we're gonna lose legit. I can deal with losing. Yes, it sucks, but it's not as bitter. You know, Giants didn't play well. I'm not saying they deserved to win. It was the worst I've seen the Giants play in a while. We had like that 4-game skid later in the season, but other than that, that was the worst they played. Well, this is a person that needs to go, huh? What is wrong with people? Like, are you that? I don't know. How pathetic is your life? Hella pathetic. Boom, boom, boom. It's hella pathetic, man. Put your name on it. If you're gonna say stupid stuff, put your name on it. You know. But you're not. You wouldn't do that because you're a coward. So, you know. Thanks for your. All right. At least the Giants made it. My A's were struggling. Man, that's another thing. Like, talking about the bias of like the bias of like the promos and stuff. They never talk about the A's too, and they were an exciting team. It's always, you know, it goes. It's not just the Giants that get screwed. I'm not just like, oh, the Giant. But it's definitely like, even when we won the World Series all those years, it was like they didn't really talk about us or promote us. You know, like those teams were so much fun too. It had such good characters, and they would hardly promote them. I just feel like they're doing a disservice to the league by doing that. Because I feel the same way with like even with the Royals when we played the Royals in the World Series. I feel like they didn't care about the Royals that much either. You know, they always wanted to be out of the American League like Yankees or Red Sox, but that Royals team had a bunch of great characters as well. Like, talk about them, promote them. And I hate that these leagues go to such like personality driven ways of doing things. Like, that's one of the reasons the NBA is. I lose a lot of love for the NBA like every year because it goes to like players, and I hate when I hear fans talk about, Oh, I'm a fan of the player, not the team. Like, that's weird to me. When I first got into basketball, it was because of Michael Jordan, right? It was Michael Jordan. I was a kid in the 90s. Michael Jordan was the best. I watched all his VHS tapes, the Come Fly With Me, and all those cool documentaries. But I thought about it and I was like, man, I've never been to Chicago. I don't know if I'll ever go to Chicago. I was like, the Warriors are the local team. I'm a Warriors fan. It's chosen for me. My teams are chosen, not assigned. I mean, assigned, not chosen. Sorry. My teams are assigned, not chosen, if that makes sense, by where I'm from. So I just don't like the fact that baseball is kind of the same way, or leaning towards it, where they promote just the personalities or the major market teams. How'd you find out about Preston Castle? Random, but I live right near there. Originally from the East Bay. I can't remember when I first found out about it. I know there's these guys that I've filmed with before on some old videos. The Mitchell brothers, they went there before. So I remember they told me about it before I went. I can't remember if that's when I heard about it or not. But word of mouth, researching stuff. I like that area a lot. I kind of want to go back. Didn't think people not from here would ever know about it, but it's so dope. Yeah, I mean, it's got some, it was like on what, Ghost Adventures and stuff. So I think some people know about it. I think a lot of people don't know where it is though. It's kind of like way out there. But Preston Castle is amazing. I got some other stuff I want to do in that area, so I'd like to go back. I'd like to go to Preston Castle again and do the tour, just and not even film it, just enjoy it more. I was super tired. I barely slept, and I enjoy that video. I hope other people do. I thought it was a really fun video. Trying to see those old greenhouses. That was a really good vid. Thank you, man. I really liked that one too. That's one of the struggles, finding cool videos like that, or cool places, but they're not trendy or anything, so the videos barely get views, but it's what makes me happy. So that's the first video I watched from you. Preston Castle, D-Dalt. Do you have anything special planned for Halloween? In regards to the channel or personal life? Personal life, probably not. I'm working so hard lately that probably not, but who knows. I like to go hang out with Jet, the boy himself. But he's a little older now, so he's kind of out of the age to trick or treat, really. So it's not as fun. If my niece was around, I'd like to go with her, but she's not. So I don't know. Probably not do too much. But as far as the channel, I do have a video with some forensics dogs at a cemetery that I filmed that I'm gonna put out soon. I'm trying to get it done before Halloween. I wanted to do some big Halloween episodes and just it didn't work out. But I can't talk about it because it's not personal life. It's my professional life, and it's some things that are in the works. But there's a good chance that I'm gonna have a lot more time for my channel coming up soon, and I'm super excited about it. But all my hard work off this channel is coming to fruition, where now I have this video studio to do stuff, and I'm hopefully gonna have more time and more freedom and more money to get this channel back where it should be. I would love to get back to doing a video every week like I used to do, but for the time being, if it's not enough content, go watch some of the older videos. Some of them are rough, but still more stuff, cool stuff out there. Gotta be Norcalian to appreciate the local gems. Yeah. At my day job, I'm always pointing stuff out to people. I'm like, oh, see that? This is this and that. Can't think of anything fun to do on Halloween. Somewhere Halloween themed. There's a few things. I'm working so hard. I'm trying to get to this place where I can bring this channel back. So I didn't really have time to film too much. But I have 2 episodes that I'm editing right now. They're not Halloween themed, but the forensics dogs is sort of creepy, so that'll suffice. Would love to do a haunted house walkthrough. Do you know of any? There's actually one. It's kid related though. I was kind of thinking about going, but on early on this channel, we did a video flying on the Ford Tri-Motor. Um, so much fun, so much fun. It was the first appearance of the boy himself. He was really little when we did it, so it was early on in this channel. Um, but that aviation museum, the Hiller Aviation Museum, is doing a haunted hangar. So I was like, oh, that sounds awesome. But then I saw it. It's very like kid centric, so it's not like spooky. It's more just fun Halloween. Still looks cool. Yeah, I would go anyways. But Not Scary Farm, I would love to do. I mean, if you saw my other live streams and stuff, you know I love knots. Yeah, haunted thing at Preston Castle. Did they? I know they did it before, but I thought it stopped. Former Chargers HQ was a fantastic video. Thank you. I think the video kind of sucks. It was just a cool place, and I wish I could redo it, kind of like go back in time and redo it, because there's so many ideas we left on the table. But I don't know if I've ever talked about this. We might have talked about this on a bloopers episode, but so me and my brother Cole went to go film that, right? And we were keeping an eye on it for like months. We actually did another video on this channel before that when we went, and the place was still active. So we were like, oh no, like we still did a video. It was a really stupid, terrible video, but I was just like, I need to put a video out. And so we were watching it, and we finally went, and we got in, and we were all excited, and like the building was there, so we're like, let's go check the building first, right? We go check the building and turn a corner, and there's just security cameras staring at us, and we're just like, oh no. So we were filming that whole video basically under the assumption that we could be getting in trouble very soon. So we kind of rushed it, and so I wish we would have did more. If you notice it, we're kind of like walking fast the whole time because we were worried. Yeah, they do it every year for Halloween, but hella early. Might already be done. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind for next year. Did you go to Abandoned Raiders? I was trying to look into that, but I didn't think it was abandoned yet. But yes, Jay, it's on my mind. I'll put it that way. I don't know if it's fully abandoned. That's the problem. But I do have another cool Raiders episode planned that I should be shooting soon. And it's a story that I don't think a lot of people know about. There's only one video about it on YouTube that I can find. So I think it's a cool story that I can shed some light on, and people will enjoy. So if you're a Raiders fan, or if you just like interesting sports history and how would I say, like alternate timelines, it might be a fun episode for you guys. So hopefully I'll film that soon. My buddy Juan said he's gonna help me film it. I saw someone else do a vid there, but I believe security was still on site. Oh really? I should look that up. Okay. I did have it in mind, but as far as I knew, it wasn't gonna be possible, but I'll check it out now. So yeah, I'm gonna do the 90s giveaway, the 90s experience giveaway contest on at something or other tour on Instagram. So 2 tickets to the 90s experience in Oakland, and I'm gonna be giving away 2 tickets to one of the upcoming Niner games, probably against the Cardinals in 3 weeks. So I'll probably do that maybe next week. But yeah, you've been to Mac Dre's grave at Mountain View? I haven't. I don't know if that'd be like full video worthy, but I've seen it. I've seen it in a bunch of pictures. That'd be cool. I always drive by where the old Mac Dre mural was in Soma in San Francisco, and they painted over it, which kind of bums me out. That'd be cool. I do have some other grave ones that I was trying to do before Halloween, but I wasn't able to. Maybe I'll do it anyways. It's still spooky, right? It doesn't have to be right before Halloween. But as far as like Mac Dre's grave, I wouldn't do a spooky video for that. Like that feels like disrespectful. Do a flashlight tour of Alcatraz or Winchester House. So I did the night tour of Alcatraz. I did that video. I don't know if you saw that. It was awesome. And then Winchester House is interesting one. So I actually was gonna go film it a few weeks ago, but I know someone that works on the overlay that they do for Halloween and Christmas and stuff, and they were already in the midst of setting it up. So I don't like going to Winchester Mystery House when there's like fake pumpkins and stuff all over the place. I don't know if that's weird, but I like to see Winchester as original as possible. Like I don't need all the set pieces and stuff because it wasn't original. You know, I'm a history buff, so I like to see it closer to original. So I held off on that video, but I do have a Winchester themed video to do. Big orange one with the chain yanking. Yeah. Yep. I have a bunch of pictures with it at least. Also, you know, I do have a Patreon just to you know, be shameless about it. I put a bunch of like behind the scenes videos up there. I still do. I put some when I was a special guest speaker at an event at the Historic Union Cemetery. I'll show some clips of that in that Forensics Dogs episode. Also, I'm in a magazine. Hold on, did I show you guys yet? Hold on. Real quick. Coming back. Wait, I did show you guys, huh? Alright. I showed it on Instagram. But, oh shoot, this is the one I took apart because I framed it. Alright, hold on. I framed this because I was super proud. But, can you see it? Hold on. Let me see if you can see it. So I framed it. I was in a magazine. Shout out to Climate Magazine and Janet McGovern for writing the story. Really cool for me. That's why I framed it, because I'm proud of it, you know. I might do a little video on that on this channel just to show it off because, you know, it's cool. It was on the Patreon, though. I put a video on Patreon about it. I'm also like this lamp. I'm building a lantern post for it. It's been on hold for like 4 months, but I'm doing a video about that. Building a cool lantern post. I did like this weird little fairy lantern thing. I really like lanterns, so I made this with like gems and rocks and stuff just because I wanted cool stuff on this shelf. So I just do random videos on Patreon, and then when I film an episode, if there's like leftover content that I cut out for time or whatever, then I put an extra episode out on Patreon just with the bonus content. So if you know, consider joining that, it's as little as $1 a month to have access to all the extra videos. And as of now, there's already like I think 20 extra videos on there. Still in Oakland, right behind. Damn, right on, Jay. Gas money to go to Raiders HQ. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. What happened to Big Rig Butters or Inspector Butters? Where did they go? I don't know what that means. Let me Google this. So it's a South Park reference, but I don't know what that means. Am I not getting the joke? ATL not near as good as SF. Maybe not, but I mean, they're playing well when it matters, and the Giants didn't, unfortunately. And like I said, the umpires did not give us a chance. Umpires did not give us a chance to come back, or just have a chance at losing fairly in that game. You know, like if we're gonna lose, let us lose. Don't force it. Don't force it. Yeah, what else is going on? I'll check on the Raiders thing for you guys. Like I said, I got another Raiders video coming up. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna film the Niners game next week. I'm gonna give away 2 tickets to Niners Cardinals, most likely, on Instagram at something or other tour. What else? Man, this zit is crazy, man. I just see it pop up. It's like gross. I'm too old to be getting zits. What's up, William? What's going on? Um, yeah, man. What else? What else is going on? I don't know. Forensics dogs coming soon. Go Braves, I guess. What do you guys want? Braves overall? I know one of you said Astros. Was it you, Jake? Content you be putting out deserves way more views and subscribers. Jordan, appreciate that, bro. Jake, thank you, man. Thank you. You've always been incredibly supportive. I guess that's why that's your name. Appreciate you. And Jordan, thank you. Thank you so much. More coming soon, hopefully. I got a cool one, like a little history, San Francisco history one coming out soon. There's a lot more viewers now, so I'll just say short and sweet. You're going to have to rewind to get the whole thing, but I don't think that the Giants should have won necessarily, or that they deserved to win because they played poorly, but I think the umpires did not allow them the chance, and I think that there's a good chance that MLB was swaying games just like the NBA was doing because it's been proven. Yeah, but you're gonna have to rewind to hear the whole thing. That was my complaining. Bruh, what's up? Also, I wanted to talk about fandom with some of the stuff that I said in the video. Like, for me, sports is the way I get out my toxic traits. So like, sports is what I use to like be tribalistic and petty and hate someone for no reason, right? Because I try to always be like the best person I can be outside of sports. So like, I've definitely not been perfect my whole life, not even close to it. But now I actively try, make sure I make the right ethical decision. And I feel like my life has been way better since I've had that approach to always be respectful, empathetic, kind, all that stuff. And I said it before, but to me, kindness is the coolest thing in the world. Like, being kind is the coolest thing you can be. But sports is how I get out like my pettiness and my trash talk and just be irrational, like irrationally hate someone for no reason. So that's why I get serious with sports, because I know it's a good outlet. It's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy the trash talk. I think on that video I said, like, if you're gonna trash talk, make it funny. And today someone did. I think it was today. Someone said, like, "Where's the Game 5 vid?" or whatever. Like, that was funny. All right, but like the rest, like, it's usually not funny. But that's my point. Like, I'm biased, but I'm also rational about it. I don't think the Giants just should have won. I don't think that way. Um, I want to talk about toxic fandoms. Check anything from the nerd culture. That's true, man. I hear about that stuff. Like, I, depending on which nerd culture you're talking about, there's definitely some things that are considered nerdy that I'm really into. But I don't go like full on into the fandom. But I've definitely seen stuff about some of the terrible things and the bullying and mistreatment of people in certain fandoms. So yeah, comparably, sports isn't that bad, but it's the way I use. It's my outlet for my toxic traits. So people should know that, like, when I trash talk, it's not personal. It's fun. So I accept it back. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me a little bit. It bothers me when my team loses, especially when the umpires force them to lose. Like, don't allow them the chance to not lose. But otherwise, yeah, I just wanted to say that, man. Like, the Dodgers is a team that I grew up hating because I'm supposed to. I'm a Giants fan. That's the way it works. I enjoy it. Rivalries make sports so much better. So much better. It makes almost anything better when you have a good rivalry. At least when it's like respectful. But the thing about the Dodgers is that I hate them on two levels. Like, I hate them because I'm a Giants fan. I'm supposed to, right? So I just hate them to the core as far as like their franchise, where they're from, what their uniforms look like, their history, their Hall of Famers. I hate them for all that, right? But there's a second layer to it. So like I said in the video, if someone asks me like my least favorite team, I'll say the Yankees, because Dodgers don't even count. I don't even count them as a team. But I really do dislike the Yankees a lot, and one of the reasons is because typical Yankee stuff. We all know as fans, like the Yankees spend so much money. They always have like the biggest payroll. They always take like upcoming stars from other teams and give them a giant contract. And they're always talked about, so it's annoying because it's like, all right, we get it, Yankees. And there was times in my life where I kind of wasn't into baseball as much, just because it was when the Yankees were winning and it was just so boring. It's like, it's the Yankees. I don't care about the Yankees, you know? Like, everything about the Yankees is boring to me. Like, their uniforms, everything. Even their history, as many great players as you have, it's like, it's not even fun anymore. It's like when I was a kid and I would play Madden on the easiest level and just be scoring like 115 points a game, and everybody was like rated 99. You know, I did that when I was a kid, and I was like, wow, this isn't even fun. And I started doing it the other way. I wanted to be more realistic and actually have a challenge. But it's kind of the same thing. Like, they're great history and great Hall of Famers. I'm just like, it's just boring, right? And the Dodgers are much the same. So I hate them on two levels. I hate them because they're the Dodgers, and I hate them because they're like the Yankees of the West. And the fact that they already had one of the best teams in baseball, arguably the best, right? Top three. And then they add Max Scherzer and Trey Turner, like an MVP candidate and Cy Young candidate. Like how is it not enough? You already added Mookie Betts the year before, another MVP. It's like, when does it end, you know? And I feel like that second to last at bat when Lamont Wade Jr. came in was perfect. It was a perfect microcosm, perfect like metaphor for that series, where the Giants, we had all our hopes in this guy that was like a cast off, just like role player basically, you know, like that nobody believed in. The Twins shipped him off to us for a reliever. Like, nobody thought about Lamont Wade Jr. In fact, there were so many negative reactions to that trade when it happened. So we have all our hopes and dreams on Lamont Wade Jr. And the Dodgers have Max Scherzer, one of the greatest pitchers of all time, on the mound. One of the greatest all time. Maybe the best of our generation on the mound. And he wasn't even a Dodger the whole season, you know? Like, he got traded there. So it's like, that to me was the perfect metaphor for where this rivalry is. And that's the reason that I am proud to be a Giants fan over a Dodgers fan. So my hatred for the Dodgers goes on two levels. With sports, it's fun to see other fans bicker at each other. It is, yeah. The nerd culture just gets ridiculous with other opinions. Yeah, it's less, there's no like trash talk, you know? Like, because trash talk can be really funny. Like memes and stuff. And bets, yep. It's the legend. What's up, dude? Hey, I still gotta, everyone, if you like sports vlogs, Gamer Athletics, he just put out a big giant video of his whole, like a wrap up of his whole year. So if you like that, you should go check that out. Go check that channel out. He does a ton of videos at A's games and stuff. And other parks too. He's been going to a bunch of other parks. So what's up, dude? Oh, and the tip. What up? Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Thoughts on Trevor Bauer? I mean, he was one of the funnest players in the game to watch, but it just sounds gross what he was doing. Maybe, you know, benefit of the doubt, maybe it was consensual, but I don't understand even if it's consensual doing what he did. So he's kind of out for me. Still hurting over the series loss. Absolutely. Me too. Dodgers seem to buy the big names. Giants build with misfits. That's why I think the Giants special. Exactly. That's why I'm super, super thankful that I'm a Giants fan. Because we have the money, but we don't just spend it on the big names. We find pieces, and we've been doing that. You know, we did get Chris Bryant, right? But it was timely. It was a good trade. and I feel like he was a really good fit for the team. So it wasn't just like, let's get the biggest name. It was a good fit for the team, personality wise, culture wise. And even like Barry Bonds, when we signed him as a kid, he wanted to come to the Giants. Like, he grew up amongst the Giants organization. It wasn't just like we just picked up the best guy. It was like it was a natural fit. Belly the GOAT. I mean, Bellinger's awesome, man. What can I say? Even after his terrible year, he came through. That when he hit that double at the game I was at, it sunk me. Thanks for the shout out, my guy, the man though. Thanks, man. More proud than ever to be a Giants fan. Yeah, absolutely. Think the Giants extend Bryant? I hope so. I think he's a great fit for the team. I think he's perfect fit for the team. I I wanted Chris Bryant to be a Giant since he came to the league. So, and I was there when him and the Cubs broke our hearts. I did a video on this channel a long time ago at that last game when the Cubs broke our hearts. When they came back by like, what was it? They down by 4 in the ninth? And games that I'm at, especially, actually no, just any heartbreaking loss, I never go back and watch it, so I always forget the details of the games. Sorry about your team. Was rooting for them to make it. This Giants team reminded me of my team, but they got more money. Yeah, they got more money. I actually was talking about the A's earlier when I said how Major League Baseball seems to only want certain teams to win. And I mentioned how the A's never get love either. So if you watch like the promos, they'll show the Dodgers and Yankees and Padres now and all these hype teams, major market teams. They'll show the Astros, right? Because they're like one of the top teams the last 5-6 years. But they won't show the A's. A's had a great season, really fun team. Won't show them. Giants were the best team in baseball. A's were like right behind them for a lot of the season too. Giants best team in baseball for majority of the year. They might show a short clip of Chris Bryant once he was a Giant. That was it. Other than that, they never show the Giants best team in baseball. That's what made the even year Giants great. Almost all of them were homegrown or just with cast-offs. Yeah, we didn't just get big names. We got some big names that were not people didn't believe in anymore, like Jake Peavy, right? But we didn't just buy the big names. Going to any Warriors games? Absolutely. Absolutely. I finally have to do a Warriors game at Chase Center. I did that one Chase Center video, and then I didn't get a chance to go back before the pandemic hit. So I really got to go do a solid Warriors video at the new Warriors grounds. Forget if it's Bellinger or Seager, but one of them as a free agent. Do you think Giants should sign? No, they're Dodgers. They're tainted forever. 2-minute hype video and then 3 seconds to the A's. Yeah, man. I hate it. There's so many good players. Damn, I can't remember his name. Who's the guy? There's a guy on like the Twins that's incredible, and they never talk about him. It sucks. Howdy, proper exploration. Seager is a free agent. Yeah, but he's a Dodger. I don't want him. Tainted forever. What other? Let me talk about some other plans. Like I said with baseball, just to put a bow on it. I'm biased, of course. I love the Giants. I hate the Dodgers. I didn't think that game was fair, but I also don't think that the Giants deserved to win. They played poorly. I just didn't like the fact that they didn't let it happen naturally. That's all. Is it Buxton? Might be. Let's see, Buxton Twins. Is that the guy I was thinking of? Byron Buxton? Yeah, it might be. Who I really like? Tim Anderson, man. That Field of Dreams game made me a fan for sure. I was like, dang, like how have I not been paying attention to this guy? And it's probably one of the same things they don't promote, unless you're on one of the hype teams. And the White Sox are not a hype team, even with their history. It started getting there now with La Russa and stuff, but they still don't talk about him that much. Hopefully Justin Turner doesn't leave the Dodgers. Yeah, I want him to stay too. He's tainted forever. What was the moment that made you fall in love with the Giants or baseball in general? As long as I can remember, I've been a baseball fan. I used to go to games at Candlestick. Will Clark and Kevin Mitchell were my favorite players when I was really, really young. I think it was just because my dad was into baseball. He was into sports in general, so that's what made me a sports fan. The only thing, he wasn't really a basketball fan, so I had to discover basketball on my own. But baseball and football, it was like, we're here, we're Giants fans, we're Niner fans. That's it. We go to Candlestick, just born into it. Um, but I would say after 2002 when we lost the World Series, I kind of didn't watch baseball very much after that, other than Barry Bonds home run chase and all that. But I would just tune in for that. Didn't really trip off the rest. So of course 2010 brought me back in like all in. So now I feel like I'm all in for life. I don't think I'll ever not be super into baseball. But who knows? I go in phases. So who knows? Um, and when I was a kid, I went to like Giants camps, like summer camps. Did a summer camp with Royce Clayton and Darren Lewis. They're two of my favorite Giants when I was a kid, and I was a shortstop. So Royce Clayton, you know, helping me with like batting practice and stuff was awesome. So yeah, man, born into it. He didn't swing, and I don't think he was gonna. I think 99% chance we were gonna lose right then, anyways. But let it happen. Umps. You don't have to force it. As a Rangers fan, it's only natural for me to hate the Astros with a passion. I find that interesting, man. I find that interesting because, like, I still think of the Astros as National League, so maybe that's why. But, like, I don't know. Because, like, I don't hate the A's. I like the A's, and they're nearby, right? I don't hate the Angels. I kind of hated them after 2002 in the Rally Monkey, but other than that, it was like Angels are cool. But Dodgers, the rivalry, right? And Padres, I don't hate the Padres either. Only teams I hate are Dodgers and Yankees. And Red Sox are getting up there ever since they started having success since like '04. What do you think about the Jimmy G and Trey Lance situation? I really hate how Niner fans have given up on Jimmy G. I haven't given up on Jimmy. I still believe in Jimmy. I just don't believe in our O-line. We'll see. Have they announced that any of them are playing next week yet? I mean, bye week couldn't come at a more perfect time. But I'll be at the game next week filming. So just Dallas versus Houston City Rapid. Okay, I get that. It's probably like SF and LA. SF and LA, we kind of have this little rivalry. Some of my friends are from LA, and we trash talk a lot. A's are moving to Vegas soon. I hope not. Hope not. I want them to build a stadium in Oakland, stay in Oakland. 99% chance he could have swung and missed, or he could have gotten a David Freese moment. You never know, man. You never know. Could have been the shot heard around the world part 2. I'm beginning to question Shanahan and Lynch. Yeah, Shanahan, the play calling has been pretty awful. I'm not questioning Lynch, though. I think he's still doing a great job. I think his job looks worse with the injuries, but other than that, I think we have solid pickups and stuff. So I'm not really worried about the GM role. But some of the play calling, I don't understand. I mean, I'm not a professional, so maybe I'm not meant to understand, but the amount of times we just run it up the middle are just like, get too cute. Like that one, of course, everyone talks about when Juice ran up to the line and took the snap. It's like, why? And it was like, what was it, a yard or two? It wasn't like it was inches, because if it was inches, it makes sense. It's like a QB sneak, but do it with the fullback because he's a little better at it. But he still had a couple yards to go, so it's not, I don't know, it just didn't make sense to me. That's why I wish they let it play out. Stupid way to end the game. Absolutely. Let us lose legit. If we're going to lose, let us lose. But the umpiring was so bad the whole series, but I didn't think it was too favorable for either team until that last game. It was obviously favorable to the Dodgers. And the Giants getting called strikes, when they're at the plate, when the ball is, 4 inches off the plate. The Chris Bryant, like I said earlier, the Chris Bryant at bat changed the game. The ball was at his ankles, and they called it a strike when it should have been a walk. That could have started a rally. that's why baseball would be hypothetically, it would be so easy to fix, because a timely strike call here and there changes an entire at bat, changes an entire approach. It changes everything. Um, I said it earlier, but like with football, it would be way harder to fix football because there's only a few of those pivotal moments a game. Um, Unless you just blatantly spotted the ball bad or something like that. But other than that, there's not like those little moments where it could go either way. There's not that many in football, but in basketball, there's so much contact that you can just call a ticky-tack foul anytime you want. And with baseball, it's hundreds of balls thrown a game that even just a few of them adjusted changes the whole game. Getting tired of the injury excuse. I feel like Shanahan is somehow responsible. We never had this problem with Harbaugh. Hey, man, I like Jimmy Tomsula. I think he was put in a bad position, so I wouldn't call him a moron. I hated Chip Kelly, though. But Jimmy Tomsula, man, I like that guy. I think he was a scapegoat. But I think we did have the injury problem before Shanahan. If I'm remembering correctly, we had that one year where like everybody went down. And I think that Chip Kelly's year or before. I don't know. It all starts to blend together, but I'm pretty sure it was before Shanahan. And remember, they were blaming like the Levi Stadium turf, and then the whole staff, like the whole medical staff and like the trainers, like all got canned, and they replaced them. So I don't know if the injury thing I could really place on Shanahan or how he does things. But this year the injuries aren't super bad. They're just, a lot. It was just like really important positions. Like we went from having 50 running backs to none. But I like Trey Sermon, so I think that was kind of a steal of a pick. So hopefully he keeps it up and keeps improving. I would just like to see another running back with some spark, because I feel like for a few years we've kind of had running backs that just follow their lines, and you need someone who can freestyle a little bit. Although I did like Mostert, but we know what's going on with that. What a high though from the NFC Championship game I did the video at to where we're at now. Like high to a low. Sucks. Collapse. But yeah, man, I think that's it, man. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on, Giants Dodgers fandom, where we're at. I would hate to say baseball's fixed, but it just seems like that game was swayed on purpose. And I don't think Major League Baseball wanted the playoffs to go on without the Dodgers. So again, I see everything with nuance. So I'm not saying that the Giants deserve to win. I'm not saying that it is fixed or swayed. Maybe that was just coincidence, but it was just egregious, where to the point that it makes me start to get conspiratorial, and I'm not a conspiracy guy at all. There's like no conspiracies I believe in, barely any. Kelly was just terrible, but I barely remember the 2016 season. Yeah, I don't remember very much either. What stadium do you want to visit next? Well, I want to go to SoFi in LA. So I'm trying to pick a date that I can go film an episode there before the season ends, hopefully. But I do want to go to. Oh, look like my thing froze, huh? That sucks. But we're talking baseball. I want to go to Tampa. I want to go see Tropicana before it's gone, because I know they're trying to get rid of that place. They're talking about moving the Rays like part-time to Montreal. And I'm a huge Expos guy. I wish the Expos were back. But I don't think that's the way to do it. Bring Gore back, I'm all for it. He can still play. But yeah, hopefully this season I'll go to SoFi. I don't know if it'll be for a Rams game or a Chargers game. But I'm going to try to do SoFi before the season ends. And I will be filming the Niner game next week. And I wish I could go to Oakland Coliseum, but can't. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll sneak another one in there. I would like to. Like I said earlier, some things going on in my life with my professional life that should hopefully, that I've been working towards for like a year to try to get my freedom back with this channel. So keep that in mind. Keep an eye out. If you start seeing me upload more and more, that means things worked out in my favor. We bike. This channel was bike. You know. That's about it, man. Remember the Patreon? We have a bunch of exclusive videos on there. We're giving away the 90s experience tickets on Instagram and Niners tickets on Instagram soon. Thank you to Jennifer for the 90s experience tickets to give away. Anything else to say? I don't know what else I've been working on, man. I don't know what else I've been working on. Let's see. I got some fun episodes to do. I'll tell you that much. I just need some time, man. Oh, that's another thing I can announce. T-Mobile Park would be awesome. That's actually, well, I mean, season's over, but I could maybe go to Seattle for a Seahawks game. That'd be cool. All-Star game is in Seattle next season. I didn't know that. That'd be cool. That ballpark looks amazing to me. I don't know what it is about it, but I always thought it was awesome. And I have a Kingdom shirt, so I wish I could have gone back in time to see the Kingdom. Okay, so I forgot to mention, because of my channel and the Union Cemetery episode I did, and Union Cemetery inviting me back to be a special guest at a private event, which led to the magazine article I'm in, that I showed you earlier. Because of all that, it's led to so many opportunities, and I don't want to say too much actually, but I'm working on a little documentary for a local Parks and Recreation department, which is really cool. I get to do something positive, which I really wanted to do. My whole goal with this channel is like to do my fun, silly videos here, go to ballparks and abandoned places and museums, but then also, you know, on the side, do some more meaningful work. So it's culmination of all this channel has been, all my hard work, and where I want it to go. So I'm really excited about that, and hope to show you guys more of that in the future. But I'm proud of it, definitely proud of it. And thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys who gave the tips, like the super chats. That is super nice, super kind of you. I hope I make you proud with the content I've been doing, content I do in the future. Trust me, I'm appreciative of everybody and everyone's kind words, everyone's comments, everyone's whenever people share it, the people I know in real life who give me kind words. It's awesome. Yeah, man, I want to see them both. It'd be cool if I could go when baseball and football are overlapping. It'd be hard to plan out, but maybe. I was going to do that in Tampa, actually. 2019, I was supposed to go to Tampa and do a Buccaneers and Rays game in the same week, but I had to cancel the trip because I was super broke. But I'm less broke now. You know, a lot of trials and tribulations going on in my personal life. Like I said, some good stuff that should help the channel. Some bad stuff I've been dealing with. Kind of had a bummer day today. But you guys help cheer me up. So glad I got my thoughts out. These live streams will live forever in the playlists. I will have a playlist for them. In the announcements and contests as well. And is there a live stream playlist? If not, I'll make one. But they'll probably be unlisted, so you can only see them from the playlist. That's kind of my plan. I don't want it to muddy up the channel. Lots of cool stuff coming. Thank you guys for all the support. Go Warriors now. Go Niners. And then can't wait for next season for the Giants. Have another shot at it. This time, maybe not projected only win 70 games. So maybe we'll win 110 this time. And I guess go Braves. I guess if someone's gonna win it all, I'm leaning towards Braves for sure. Anybody but the Dodgers, I'll be happy with. But that's it. Vertlife something or other tour. Thank you guys. If I can put out more content, I want to do more live streams in between, but I don't want to just be live streams forever. But appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Have a good week.